Swanson from World Beyond War.
Thank you, Ludo. Wonderful to see you here. I saw a sign yesterday in Den Haag that said 5%. Is that what is left of your brain? I am old enough to remember when they just counted how many dollars or euros they were spending on weapons and bases and ships and planes and bombs and troops in dollars or euros. If they wanted to say how many dollars they're going to spend on organized mass murder and destruction in next year's budget, they would just tell you in dollars. As mass insanities go, this made a certain amount of sense. You could compare what various governments spent on hellish slaughter in either absolute amounts or as per capita spending. Both of those ways of looking at it are completely gone out of fashion. It's not that they're incorrect. It's that speaking in that way about military spending is at best backwards, possibly suggests that you're working for Vladimir Putin, and almost implies that you're anti-Semitic. The preferred, the enlightened, dare I say the woke, way to measure military spending is as a percentage of an economy. You don't need to spend based on past spending or someone else's spending or the size of your population or what's required by your beliefs in militarism and the current propaganda about your enemies. None of that matters. Military spending is a public service now. It is like spending on protecting the environment or preventing diseases or assisting immigrants or facilitating cooperation if we actually spent money on any of those crazy things. What was wrong with the old way of counting how many dollars you're spending? Well, even if you adjusted for inflation, it just keeps going up, 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 up. And the spending is done by a very small number of countries, most of it by one country, which I'm not going to name because I want it to let me back in. And most wars are in places with very, very low military spending. And most of the weapons come from those few countries with the high military spending. It doesn't look good. It could give the wrong impression. People could think the rich parts of the world were imposing wars on the poor parts of the world, the way they're doing with climate destruction. What was wrong with per capita military spending? Well, the United States is number 2 on the list, and if I said who was number 1, I could be convicted of Nazism. Plus, you have to scroll down the list to the second page before you find any evil enemies on it. This will not do at all. And a percentage of government spending won't work because people get upset when they see that 60-70% of their taxes is going to wars. 50% per year, by next year, all government spending is war spending. Sounds very unlikely, but in fact, human survival is very unlikely unless we stop letting NATO headquarters tell our brains how to think about things and start thinking for ourselves. No to NATO, yes to peace.